Okay,
Anyway,
Dwibs, Yoroi, you guys ready for an epic final boss?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good, because you're in for one.
3, 2, 1, click. Welcome back to Final Fantasy VII, and now let's, since we're ready, let's start the finale, I guess.
Let's do
Boss
that.
time.
Cloud,
Yeah,
just
first
walk
we
right
need to
through me.
get to that.
Yes, I did, Yuffie.
So, since we're at the final
Ew.
stage of the game, I say, fuck it, let's equip everyone with their final weapons.
It's time to gear for war, men.
Send in everyone.
What do you mean, everyone?
Everyone!
I'm sorry, Gribbs is too hammy.
This is the second part in a row now that we've started off with a movie reference.
It's such a shame. This will be the end of Final Fantasy VII for us. We'll never get to play it
you know
again.
What they
Oh wait,
say,
that's right.
Jova, all good things must come to an end.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry, Java. We'll have the remake.
Until the remake comes out.
That was the
Yeah.
joke. That was the joke, Pedro.
I know.
We'll never get
Well, in the meantime, we'll have to do all the rest of the compilation with all its goods and bads.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I'm looking forward to playing that remake. Let's get going.
Me too.
All right, everyone. Let's mosey.
What the hell, Mosey? What the hell does that mean?
It's an
Mosey's
American
a
expression,
term.
if I remember correctly.
Yes, it is.
Stop
It's a term for
saying
walking.
it like a web.
Thanks, Sid.
Can't you say move out or something?
What, like roll out? All right, move out. Or
To
roll
infinity
out.
and beyond.
What?
You heard what I said. Shut up.
Basically, yeah.
Shit, they're coming out in full force.
Yes, they
arriving.
are.
Cloud, you go first.
Right. I mean, no.
You're the
I'm
main
fighting here
character.
too.
You're mook bait.
Shap, it won't do us good with everyone back here.
True.
Barrett's right. You take two of us with you and go first. The rest will catch up with you later.
Who should I bring with me? Should I?
Is this like a practice run before the real thing?
Yeah, a major
Tifa, you're not that
practice run.
stupid.
I'm fine with that. It's probably more fun than finding Sephiroth down there.
Maybe I should bring
Yuffie? That
Yuffie with
gives you an
me.
idea.
Yeah.
This will be fun to pass the time.
Me and my big mouth of brain.
They're coming. They're already on the floor next to us. Cloud, hurry up and make up your mind, Spiky.
Where do?
Okay,
I was
I
gonna
think I'll bring
say,
Barrett, and I think I'll bring
Yuffie. So
Yuffie!
much.
Yeah.
Yuffie wants so much to go down there under.
Come on,
No, I
Yuffie,
was
we're
thinking
bringing...
you should bring me, but clearly Yuffie would love to go and fight Sephiroth, so...
Don't take it the wrong way, Tifa. I just want Yuffie to give her the experience
We'll
of a
meet up later.
lifetime. Come on, Yuffie.
Is that an alarm or is that a cat pig?
It's a dying giraffe.
Yeah.
Alright, Cloud, let's go kick this guy's ass.
Right.
This is actually one of my favorite tracks in the entire game.
Yeah, I believe it's called Genova.
Yeah.
When fighting the Genova monsters and Hojo.
Yeah, no, I like this.
And also, I should probably point out, because the stage has already started here, this whole stage we're going to see right now and we're starting on has been used then as the official Final Fantasy VII stage in the 2D Cydia games.
Of course.
And it's infamous for being one of the worst stages because it's a vertical stage that doesn't really function. It's basically like a giant cylinder. And that limits combat because the combat in this city is more structured in, yes, in a 3D environment, but more in a large way than in a
Fight
way.
time!
Yes, you'll probably find one enemy per...
Whoa, it's a Heartless! I mean,
no, it's Ultra Might, I guess.
yeah, hey, it looks a lot like one of the Heartless you fight in Kingdom Hearts 1, I think.
You mean the first one?
Jova, this monster came out, started coming out, I think, in Final Fantasy V.
I know, I'm just saying it looks similar.
Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, I'm just saying it gives me huge Kingdom Hearts vibes. All he just needs is a hug on the chest.
If you're already like this, just wait until we get Legend of Mana. Yeah, with that you'll be screaming. This is like Kingdom Hearts every 5 seconds.
Oh, goody.
Ow.
So I'll probably explain a bit. This monster is a pain in the ass because it all relies on physical attacks. So you need to have barriers and trying to cast magic, but since I'm a lazy asshole, I keep using, you know, physical attacks.
That should do something. On his crotch, apparently. Uh-oh, he's using adrenaline!
And he also has a shit ton of HP, but it shouldn't be a problem on the long run.
Yeah.
Ha!
And there you go.
Thanks, that should help.
Catastrophe.
A huge gun limit break.
Oh yeah, the monsters you can find on these, if I recall correctly, are the Iron Giant, the Dragon Zombie, which we'll find later, and...
By the way, Theo, allow me to correct you. The Iron Giant first appeared in Final Fantasy III.
Okay, yeah. No, wait, only in the remake though.
Oh, right. Oh, that's right. I haven't played the NES one in a long time.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah.
I know why you haven't played it in a long time, because I myself played the NES version.
The NES for Final Fantasy III aged a lot better than 2 and 1.
Let's talk about the fact that I played Final Fantasy 1 and 2 on the NES.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I was asking for trouble. Oh.
I know.
But apparently you say that Final Fantasy 3 aged better.
Final Fantasy III did age better than the other two, I think.
Oh, alright.
Honestly, I still find one of the most bullshit job changes system.
Don't worry, Shiroi. If you want to play nowadays, all the NES games have been remade with much better versions for pretty much like GBA, Nintendo DS,
PSP.
like
PSP.
Oh yeah, I was a complete idiot. The Iron Giant started appearing in Final Fantasy 2.
Ow!
Oh, 2.
Yeah.
Oh, even before then.
Yeah, I probably should have remembered.
Big guard!
But yeah, the enemies you
Big
can find,
god!
here are Dragon Zombie, the Iron Giant, and the Ahriman, which we fought earlier. The Dragon Zombie is a bit of a pain in the ass because he uses a special enemy skill, which I think we'll use a bit later on. That's only learnable here, pretty much. Ow. 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 Ow.
Thank goodness I placed big guard.
Oh, I got my limit break.
I sense someone's gonna be hurting.
Yeah. Other than anticlimactic.
Doom of the Living Yuffie?
And there you go. He's using, if I recall correctly now, Shadow Player. No, it's the same one that Ultimate Weapon uses. Ow.
Wow, that hurt.
Yeah, Yuffie died again due to a Shadow Player.
So much for my limit break.
Don't worry, Yuffie, we just need to get you a Phoenix down. Or at least...
Probably should have just used it.
Oh, here I remember that I haven't used... No, the Phoenix... I used already a Phoenix Summon. Later on, I remembered I haven't used yet one summon we got during our journey. So I basically showed that, used that just for show.
There you are, Yuffie.
Lives, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, there you go, Pandora's Box. So this is basically the last enemy skill you can learn because only this particular enemy can use it and you can find it basically only
Question
here.
mark.
Let's see what's inside.
You don't want to know now.
How bad could it be? Oh, that looked like it hurt.
Yeah.
Well, we did it!
Yeah, but Yuffie's dead again.
Don't worry, we got plenty of Phoenix Downs on our supply.
Well, Tifa, you can be glad you didn't come down here.
Yeah.
Kind of useless,
You
aren't
enjoying
I?
yourself, you
Nah, Yuffie, you're not useless. You're like I said, glass cannon. You're very useful, but you have less HP than us.
And the weaker defense. That's the whole ninja class in a nutshell, pretty much.
One thing that I did like in Dirge of Cerberus is how
Expanded on Yuffie.
They picked an interesting choice of Yuffie as kind of a friend and kind of support, emotional support for Vincent in their Cerberus. It was interesting because I never thought that, she would be the one pick to be that in that role.
That's
I guess
more
it
of a
sorta
shout out
makes
on the fact
sense.
that they were both optional, so they had something in common. That's what the programmers said. They said, so let's give them more chemistry. In one of the novels, it's also said that Vincent there's a lot of chemistry with Red 13.
Big guard.
Red 13 species can live for a long period of time. Talking about centuries.
Yeah, I know.
But he's afraid then of death because he will see
What's
all
up?
his friends dying and shit.
So it's like the extra, the future arc of Gris's F.
I guess. And Vincent says to him that due to the experiment, he's immortal. So basically, they promise each other to see at least one time a year in order to
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
remember the good times.
So why is it that why I still don't understand what the hell is the point of expanding shit in novels? That's what
Because
Woodford-
Japanese people love novels.
Yeah.
Huh.
Man.
I guess it makes
Like-
sense since the first novel ever did come out in Japan. Go figure.
Magic hammer.
I wouldn't have a problem if with that if lazy developers, lazy writers in general, use that as an excuse to not explain shit in their work, like George Lucas did with the prequels and Toriyama with the 14 games.
All right. That's another one down for the count.
And yes, I used the Leviathan summon, which I forgot to use since we got that from the UP side quest.
By the way, Claude, you're still furious?
Yes, I know.
Now
It's
everyone
righteous fury. I have fury burning on my side,
I'm angry too.
and you won't like us when we're angry. Because when we're angry, our limit breaks become, well, let's just say easier to get.
Well, actually, Joe, but shouldn't be Vincent saying that line since he's the one who turns into monsters?
Well, to be fair, if you're against any of the party members, you won't like them when their limit breaks come to them as easily as they do when they're under fury.
Oh boy, there he is.
But
This is another traditional monster in the Final Fantasy series.
We already ran into him in the last
yeah,
part.
we already ran into the previous one.
Oh, we did? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh yeah,
Must
that's
have
right,
missed it.
Paige was
Okay.
BRB'd at the
Thankfully,
time.
this game is not that powerful, but in the
Oh,
others,
really?
he's a bit
Yeah.
of an asshole.
He's fucking annoying. His roulette is fucking annoying in Final Fantasy IX.
Yeah, he's
And
surprisingly,
even in 4.
yet he's surprisingly easy in Mystic Quest.
Well, it's Mystic Quest.
Hold on.
Wait, I forgot. There's supposed
Now
to
we're
be.
at the
Oh
center.
yeah, it's this part. Where are we?
Gee, I don't know, Cloud.
What's that?
Genova?
It
It's
looks like a
coming!
bad
Endgame
castle.
Marvel.
That's Genova. Well,
Yeah.
oh, and I love this theme, Genova Absolute. It's pretty much a remix of the battle theme.
Alright.
Okay, I'll explain. This is basically Genova's body, whatever it is. It's actually her, not one of her arms. So it's divided into 3 sections: the main body and the 2 tentacles. You have to take down everything because otherwise she will revive the tentacles and stuff. Thankfully, the tentacles don't have a lot of HP. However, Genova will start at some point after losing some HP. Will start a countdown if you don't KO her enough in that time. She will use all the ultimate magic and basically will not give you any experience points. Thankfully, again, my party is skilled enough. Is as grinded enough to basically wreck her easily.
Yep.
We'll see.
So let's show her what we're made of, guys.
Get wrecked, bitch.
Yeah,
Yay! Let's destroy the testicle.
and the boobs.
Ew.
No, seriously, her
So-
boobs are there
Seriously,
exposed.
to all the design we could have chose for Genova, this is weird.
It's
Well,
Final
Genova in
Fantasy.
general is weird, so...
I know, it's an Eldritch Abomination Lovecraftian style.
Ha!
Oh god, every time someone says Lovecraft, I keep getting images of...
Uh-oh.
What? Zulu?
No,
There you go.
Hey, you got the final hit, Yuffie.
Yeah!
Woohoo!
Who's the
All right.
almighty now, biatch?
Well, bringing you wasn't a completely shit idea.
Hey, I'm the ninja hair. What are you? Are you gonna smother him to death with your tits?
Okay, catfight.
Like that.
Hey,
No,
get off!
I wasn't going to do that.
Sure, you
There are
will.
more worries at that. More important worries at that.
All right,
Like,
well,
fuck
that's
you,
Genova all
Boris
taken
Galaxy,
care of. Okay.
Although the world is imploding around us.
Oh shit!
Looks like taking care of Genova might not have fixed everything!
and they all died.
Yep.
Da, 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 da.
So, well, that happened.
Oh well, that's it. Game's over. So, what are your final thoughts, guys?
The light.
Don't go to the light cloud.
Is it Kingdom Hearts? Is this light?
No, this
Holy-
isn't a door.
Holy shit.
I don't hear Yoko Shimomura.
And the others are here.
Sid?
No, Santa Claus. Oh, god damn it. So we're all here?
Yep. Whoa.
What?
I have to say, in the European version, at least the mine I got, in this particular part, the frame rate dropped significantly, so
Because PAL
thankfully
frame
you have
rates.
to have a fixed one.
Sephiroth!
I still have my original disc and it never happened.
No, even my original disc it did this, in this particular
My
section.
body! I can't control my body! Ah!
You are
We're
all
swimming.
puppets.
Uh,
My front legs, my hind legs. My tail's about to tear off.
For God's sake!
This is definitely not good. He's way out of the league.
Shut up!
Okay.
Go on. No, I'm telling Caddy that.
Cloud!
Sure.
Cloud!
Look. There. It's there.
Cloud?
Holy is there.
Basically, Sephiroth is stopping Holy from protecting the planet by entrapping it there, basically.
The holy is shining. Air sprayer is shining.
The shiny?
Again,
Basically-
Holy is an air sprayer. It's air, so technically
And
Earth's
right
legacy.
about now I will use the party I
Not
used
over
in my
yet.
very first run. So, nothing personal to any of you guys.
I'm fine. Anyway,
Fair enough. K-Tip's your favorite. I
The
can't
weird
blame
thing
you.
is that, I should probably explain detail later, but at this point you can actually potentially have multiple parties, because the next one, the first of the final boss, can be fought with different parties. The thing is, for this particular round, it just made me create one party, so I guess it's a random thing. There you go.
Okay, everyone's got fury on our sides. Let's go, everyone! Just one more time.
Cloud,
Ah!
They're not losing!
Fud.
Maybe we were a little late in noticing the trouble that we were getting into.
A little late.
But there's still time. We should still be able to get out of it, even if we can get everything back to normal. We should be able to protect what's most important.
Our hearts.
and on the Aerith. Actually, it's not the Holy is the prey of avalanche, but we're leaning down. And everyone on the planet is.
Aerith's memories. Our memories. We came to tell you our memories. Come, planet, show us your answer. And Sephiroth, to the settling of everything.
Fine, come here.
flashing light.
Then come here.
I can imagine some of this dialogue.
Whoa,
When we get
creepy
to the
ball.
remake.
Here we go.
I can imagine some of the dialogue in the remake's gonna be
Okay,
Change.
first thing first, let me just notice the elephant in the room. This boss is called Bizarro, Sephiroth.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Did you just say Bizarro?
Yeah, for those who don't know, the name Bizarro is the name used by a DC anti-hero slash villain in the DC universe. The thing is, let me read what the actual Final Fantasy Wiki says about the etymology.
Yep.
The Japanese version of the game, Bizarro Sephiroth is called Reverb Sephiroth. This appears to have been misunderstood by the translators as reverse, hence the English name. The DC comic universe, Bizarro is a Superman villain and the mirror image of Superman. Bizarro means bizarre in Italian, Spanish and Portuguese. So basically the translator confused the Japanese name and just rolled with it and said, fuck you, we just make a random DC universe reference because we don't give a shit.
Of course.
Sometimes I wonder if these translators actually use Google Translate.
Remember, Shiroi, these are the guys who translated this attorney. They're not very good at this.
Well, they actually are good with it in Ace Attorney. They
Google
just give typos. Well, it's like I say, I mean, it's like this. They're good with it in Ace Attorney, but there's so many typos. Yet here, oh boy, I think the difference here is like, well,
say he's in one of his worst forms.
yeah. See, the reason that they're better with it in Ace Attorney is like, well, they're not trying to do like a direct translation of it. You know, like, well, in Ace Attorney, I mean, like, well, they're constantly making changes which actually work. Yet here, they seem to be trying to do more of a direct translation, so of course, misinterpretation is up for grabs.
I guess. Anyway, should probably explain also how this boss work, because as you saw, it was divided in 5 portions. The main core, which is that yellow thing, the main body, the head, and the 2 wings, pretty much. Basically, you have to destroy every single part, but the core can be damaged only after a certain part is.
Heartless.
His attack is a fucking bullshit because it reduces the HP of all your characters to 1.
Well, this is awkward.
When's One-Winged Angel gonna come in?
Not there yet, Dribs.
The boss after this one.
Oh, I have a fun story about One-Winged Angel, but I'll talk about that when we... Well, okay, basically, the first time I ever heard One-Winged Angel was actually when I played Kingdom Hearts, since I wasn't that big a Final Fantasy fan back in the day.
Oh,
so
and
yeah,
your mentality, you thought it was an original song for that game.
Well, here's the thing, I had absolutely no idea who the guy was, actually. So I was a bit confused.
Final Fantasy characters were Kingdom Hearts characters. So
The only problem
Me
I
too,
have
yeah.
with the Kingdom Hearts version of One-Winged Angel is the fact that the text is not this complete. It's just part of the text. It's
Yeah.
not the
Well,
entire.
fair to you, considering the faster pace that would come out in Kingdom Hearts, they kind of needed a faster pace with
Well,
that song.
considering how long the battle lasts because of the HP, I mean,
guess.
they could have get. I don't know.
Well, the Kingdom Hearts 2 version took care of that, though.
Or 2.5?
No, the text is still the same. Not
was it?
not the entirety. It misses
Okay.
the middle part, I guess.
Alright,
What I
then.
call it.
It's tough.
Again, this boss is not a problem aside from the whole Heartless Angel thing. It's just annoying to get through.
Said Heartless Angel.
Save
Yeah,
the
but
heartlessness
like
for
that,
Kingdom Hearts.
Basically, Dwebs, in the Sephiroth boss battles, as a reference to this battle, Sephiroth also has the Heartless Angel attack.
Ironically enough, the attack originated with the final form of Kefka in Final Fantasy VI.
I've heard rumors that this theme was actually supposed to be the standard battle theme for this game.
Actually, no. Remember, it's One-Winged Angel. He has two. He has
No,
two
no,
wings
no,
here.
No, he's
no.
talking about
No, I'm talking about
Birth
this
of a
theme.
God. Let me
Yes.
Oh,
actually
okay.
check.
Yes, this theme. I've heard rumors that this theme was supposed to originally be the standard battle theme for this game.
No, it doesn't sound because yeah, it has a it has a callback to Sephiroth's main theme, so it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I can hear that.
Yeah. Yeah!
Can somebody
Oh, I
help
know.
me?
Tip!
You okay, man?
I don't think so. But hey, I guess that's him.
Da, 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 da.
So everyone,
Well,
let's hear more crying from the planet.
Okay, Planet,
Well,
I think we've done it.
This is a square boss fight, so we're not even halfway done, probably.
No, but notice how everything's been an earthquake.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. And then it
Here we
fucking
go.
starts, and my like 12-year-old self run away from the room.
Yeah, we're
Now
going
we're in
into the sky!
And this fucking thing comes out, and I run away again from the room.
There we go.
Oh,
So-
well that's
so now-
dandy.
so there you go. There's where the title of the song comes from.
It's literally a one-winged angel. Okay, team, this shouldn't be a trouble at all.
Okay, remember what I said
Wow.
when we encountered...
Hey, wait a
we
minute.
encountered Sephiroth in Nibelheim, and he gave us that materia?
The destruct materia?
His very first move in this battle is to cast Wall on itself, which gives Baryon and Baryon. So basically, using the destruct materia, we can destroy that barrier he created on itself.
Now, why are you even casting wall when you know you threw that destruct materia at me?
I guess it's a bit of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I gotta be honest. I like the theme. I just like the orchestral.
The
version.
synthesizer, I know.
Oh
Yeah.
no, the orchestral version made for the Reunion Tracks album is fucking amazing.
Yeah, I agree.
And yes, that's
Yes,
actual
that's-
Latin they're singing.
It's actual Latin choir.
And the adventure
Sephiroth.
version. The adventure version is also fucking awesome. Not only did they,
I
give it,
don't really like the metal version of this game, sorry.
I thought it was pretty awesome.
Because I was
Yeah.
going to say that when I
Go ahead, Jiroy.
Oh, okay. When I was listening to the Kingdom Hearts 2.5 HD remix full
that one is
orchestral
really
version
good.
of this.
Oh yeah, that one's
I
good.
thought, okay, since it's already there, I assume they'll use it for the remake. But this is before I actually went back and listened to this version. It's like, oh, it's like they took out half the songs. It's like, okay, like they should do a full version of this then in full orchestra for the
Hell,
remake,
Hell, just use
and
the Reunion.
not use the
Hell,
Kingdom Hearts one.
hell, just use the Reunion Tracks version. That
Yeah,
one
we
works
use that
perfectly.
for this scene, yeah, we might as well use that for the remake too.
It works perfectly, so might as well.
Oh, Paylors, I should explain. This is a weird attack
Paylor.
that gives a lot of status weird debuffs. Thankfully,
White
I
wind.
use White Wind immediately, so it's not a problem.
Ha!
Oh, we're
Oh
And here we
shoot,
go,
supernova!
And now, yo.
Guys, let's sit right here for a minute and a half or 2 minutes because we're going to see this.
yeah,
Oh, boy.
basically, this attack
We're in
lasts an eternity.
space!
Yep. This is basically Sephiroth's personal summon, quote-unquote attack.
Symbolism and
And
shit.
the equations
And science!
on screen are actually correct in a physics term,
Taste physics, motherfuckers.
Oh shoot.
The Milky Way, no!
Yeah.
Dun,
Oh, Pluto, you've seen better days. Pluto,
That's
no!
right, he fucking destroyed Pluto and
Wait,
Saturn.
Wait. Why are we traveling through the solar system?
You'll see
No,
why.
basically, his attack is coming straight from outer space and is destroying everything in its path.
Jupiter, no way it could go through Jupiter. Oh shoot, he went through
This
Jupiter.
attack was way shorter. They stretched it out for the international version because they knew it was fucking awesome.
Oh shoot, he blew up the
And the
sun.
music is getting more intense.
Yes.
Yeah, it wasn't
It's
actually
going
good.
super, super.
Praise the sun, motherfuckers.
Mercury.
So, who's doing this attack?
So
Sephiroth.
himself.
Okay, so if you get hit by this attack, that's it, you're dead.
You'll see what happens.
I actually wish it was, but sadly the main drawback of this attack is that it actually cannot kill you because it's a percentage damage attack.
But it does cast major debuffs.
It does a lot of damage to you. That's for sure.
Oh
But
shoot.
sadly, it can't actually kill you.
This won't hurt at all, I think.
Behold my power. I
Can't
can
escape.
destroy whole solar system.
Ow!
And there you go.
So is he? So he's merged with Genova here, right?
What it did was cause
No, he's
Casey to
actually-
become silent.
No, he's all
Technically
on his
speaking, we're
own.
facing a projection of Sephiroth's mind. The real body is still hidden. Basically, we're destroying Sephiroth's consciousness or weakening it.
Wait, are you
Huh,
saying that?
okay.
Are you saying really all it did was cause Kate Sif to go silent?
Yes.
Yep.
He was so he's speechless at all the planets being used. He
Yeah.
couldn't speak.
Don't you?
And he's
I'm
Barrett, who does the final coup de grace.
Ha!
God damn it! All those my graduate in physics did give me victory. No.
Do you
Could have
mean
been
I
wor-
used all? Do you mean I used your solar system all for nothing?
I'm afraid so. But you know what they say: game over.
That's a terrible ending. Why?
Yeah,
Could
that
be
was.
worse.
I feel
It's
ashamed.
cliche.
Okay, I get it. Will you just die already?
No, I gotta make it dramatic.
How did the comic book guy say it in the Simpsons Xena episode when he had to die in an epic pose like one soundtrack? Anyway,
You killed me.
Yes.
No.
Yes, I
You
did.
killed yourself.
Yes, I did, and I feel very good about it. You've cost us so much.
Okay.
and
yeah,
we're
that
back
happens.
here.
Well, that was a
And the rest of this video is the ending.
This is
Pretty
all
much.
we could do.
Wow, that was a motherfucker.
Yes,
Wait,
yes, it was.
What about Holy? What's gonna happen to the planet?
that? I don't know. Isn't the rest up to the planet and a
I doubt it
certain?
had their children. I think.
Actually, do as we find out in this
You're right.
game.
We've done all we could do.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
didn't living shit
I,
on
lo-
the projection.
I love how Yuffie's completely exhausted.
All right, everyone. It's no use thinking about it.
I can't move myself.
We'll leave all our worries here.
Including Yuffie.
I'll carry
Let's
her
go
back.
drink and have orgies.
Oh,
Yay!
thanks, Tifa.
Wait,
Let's
wait,
go
wait,
home
aren't I
proud.
supposed
Wow,
to-
that's an ending.
Aren't I supposed to have a character in Dirge of Cerebus?
And
All
also, yeah, say goodbye to Vincent and Yuffie because we'll never see them again up until the sequels.
Because they
I'll
were
explain-
optional,
I'll-
I'll explain later why.
Oh,
they
goody.
were
happened?
optional characters.
I
so.
feel it.
Can you feel it, Mr.
What?
Cloud?
He
It's
is
Mr.
still
Cloud.
here. Still.
Cloud?
He's laughing.
Oh,
Oh, oh, oh.
Ah!
Cloud!
I have to.
That would be tripping balls.
I have to do it.
CGI, 90s CGI.
1997 CGI.
FMV. Well, for the time, this was spectacular, honestly. So,
Oh, I hear
Not
Earth's
so
theme.
technically speaking, this is
This is reminding me of the Doctor Who title sequence. Dun, 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 dun. All we need is the TARDIS and then bam.
The moon. Oh my god, I just realized the moon actually survived supernova.
that's
The
the
irony.
moon.
Oh.
That's the moon, Jova. It's a golden orb.
That's no moon. It's a space station.
But still though, how ironic is it that of all the things that didn't get blown up in supernova, the moon wasn't one of them?
Shame Tio didn't insert the TARDIS in there to make it look like the Doctor Who.
There he is.
Hello there.
And also shirtless because fan service, I guess.
This is it. The final boss fight.
the final boss fight. And Kate Sif jumped at Shioi.
1-on-1.
There's too much be shown in
My
that.
limit break! Ha! Ultimate vengeance. And this is for Aerith, this is for Tifa, this is for my hometown, this is for my mother, this is for that stupid haircut of yours, this is for One Renegade Angel, oh yeah, and this is for you! Long time no see!
And he's still alive.
I guess that line killed Sephiroth really bad.
God fucking damn it.
By the power of Japanese writing,
See, guys.
long time no see. That's what my blade wanted to say to you.
Well, that was yeah. Basically, it was just an
Well, if
excuse
anything
to.
was gonna kill,
We needed
all
another boss.
evil,
I'm not
it
even
was that
kidding.
line.
If you don't use the limit break, Sephiroth will do an attack that cannot kill you, and Cloud will counterattack immediately. So you cannot lose that boss fight. It was just scripted.
I guess you could say it was
Ow.
destiny, Sephiroth. How's that a
Wow.
line to go out on?
And here's
Now-
the live stream.
Yeah.
Life.
Mysterious.
I can
streamlights.
already see this masturbating over the PS4 neon effects, because that screams PS4 neon's effects.
Live stream.
What the fuck?
Cloud's tripping.
I recognize that theme.
Sorry, my hand's too big.
Oh, hey, Air.
Well,
Oh,
Cloud,
whoa,
Cloud knows something that's more big.
whoa. God, that was a weird mental trip, but I finally got rid of him. And apparently, Comet's coming down with it. Shoot. Here we go. Heavy.
Also, sorry, Shiro, but the lines for all the characters here are done in a faster way in order to match the FMV. So
It's okay,
I
don't
have no
worry.
control of that.
The promised
Twitch can be
land.
I promise.
No, actually, usually I'm the one replacing you, so I'll do it.
I
Oh,
think
okay.
I can meet her there.
Wait, who's talking?
Yeah, let's go meet her. Cloud was. Basically, there we go. This is why the third disc exists, because of this ending. One big CGI ending.
Yeah.
Basically.
Half the disk space was needed to render that CGI.
Hey, where's
I didn't know
everyone?
that-
I'm
I
in the
didn't know the
sequel.
multi-disc PS1 games existed until recent years because I never owned one or even saw one.
Jesus Christ, those things. Ugh.
Jiggles!
You gotta have boob physics, guys.
Yeah, or Kataze won't allow that.
Wonder
Oh,
what
we should be
Nomura's
moving
gonna
soon.
do with that scene.
Actually, Nomura's not gonna do anything because he's afraid that boobs.
Lady Luck.
I'm sure he's not that afraid of boobs, Pedro. Come on, let that rumor die along with. Come on, Pedro, let that rumor die alongside Sephiroth. Ah! Lady Luck!
And they got squished to death.
Oh, well, that's some
Okay,
Lady
okay,
Luck of
okay.
all things.
Okay, Teo, sorry, I have to do it. Looks like Lady Luck is on our side.
Yeah.
Sorry, Teo, I had to do it.
That's
Look
good.
at these holy centering.
Bang.
It's time to get the heck out of here. Whoa!
And there we go. Holy is finally released.
Guys, wait! What about Vincent and Yuffie?
Release.
They got away, I hope!
And,
Shit!
release. Release.
Well,
Whoa!
and there you go, another transformation of the high grid.
One thing that I like, this is not a spoiler, this is just a little minor line that doesn't matter anything in the grand scheme of things. One thing that I like in Advent Children is how he has a new airship and he called it Shira as a tribute to Shira.
Yes,
Yeah, they also
yes, yes.
explain in terms of Cerberus.
Basically, he married Shira. Go figure.
Aw.
And yes, apparently Marlene was stuck here in Cal all along.
Well,
And yet-
we were told the kids have brought her somewhere safe.
Yeah,
so-
but
Yeah.
if we go to Calm and go, we can actually go into that room and there's no one.
I guess he was
Oh.
just out at the time.
Maybe she hid under the
So-
bed.
And
Yeah,
there's Meteor.
Meteor is near Midgard, so yeah, nothing's going.
Come on,
very-
Arif. Now's the time.
I'm working on it, okay? Remember, I'm fucking dead here.
And
Be
Meteor
useful,
can
Aerith, please.
generate
Be
tornadoes
useful.
for
Come
some
on.
reason.
I'm
And
working
the-
here. This saving the world bullshit is more complicated than you think.
Oh, come on, Shira. Arif is gonna be the one that saves the planet. So
I know.
Go figure.
one destroys the board! Yeah, take that, you piece of shit!
And yeah, say goodbye to Shinra headquarters.
Basically, the entire purpose of Holy.
There you
and the-
go. Holy should be Holy now will act as a shield against the meteor, as you will see.
Basically, the whole idea of even someone dead can do something great. Once again, keep Sakaguchi coping in grief and shit.
I know.
This is one of those cases where it's done well.
However,
Oh boy, it's breaking through.
Sorry, I couldn't make it strong enough.
And yeah, like I said, bye-bye Shinra HQ. What poetic justice.
Wait a damn minute. What's going to happen to Midgar?
What do you think?
You can't let that happen.
I had everyone take refuge in the slums,
Okay.
but the way things are now,
Oh boy.
It's too late for Holy. Meteor is approaching the planet.
That can't be good.
Holy is having the
Come on,
opposite
Aaron.
effect.
yep.
I'm sorry, okay?
Oh, forget Midgar. We've got to worry about the planet. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
True.
Don't worry, Shiroi. Arif's got a backup plan. What's that?
Eh? It sounds like a musical score.
No, Joba. Put back that baton in the top hat.
Ah, but I had it all set for the big opening number.
I feel a song coming up.
There, are you happy now? Sorry,
I have to put the trumpet away too.
Basically, all the souls of the live stream are coming together to protect the planet. Once again, even dead people can do something great and shit.
Is that?
Okay, everyone, I need you all to concentrate here. The end of the world is nigh, and I need all you guys to stop it, okay?
Including you who are dead.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Ah,
And go!
right.
It's coming. Or whatever.
Thank you, Marlene.
Yeah, we never saw Marlene since this one. Huh? You know, it's been a long time.
Long time no
Hey, at least we
see.
know she's okay.
Come on, guys, faster! There will be a Midgard left to protect
Gotta
after
go
this.
fast.
We gotta
Gotta
make
go
it dramatic
fast.
and pretty.
Come
Gotta go
on.
fast.
Go faster!
And here's the final cutscene of the game.
Come
I'm
on,
actually
don't.
looking forward to seeing this ending in the remake because it's gonna look so gorgeous.
Come on, don't let my epic beating of Sephiroth go to waste.
I'm trying, okay? These
All right.
things-
Basically, it's what Sephiroth said. When the planet is injured, it gathers the life stream in order to repel the injury.
Here goes. Woo, that's a lot of life.
One thing that I did like, Terry, have you ever seen the anime episode Denzel that explains Denzel's
not
backstory?
yet.
Oh, you should trust me. It does a great job to
Oh, hey,
there's it. There she is.
Hello, Ever.
It does a great job.
And taking the sequels aside, I love how the ending is potentially open.
Yeah.
Because we don't know exactly what happens next. Sure, there's a post-credit scene, whatever, but that explains only a minor things. We actually don't know if the human race survives. Of course, the sequel then spoils everything and says it's a good ending, but
I actually
for the
kind of
time,
do.
I loved how it was kept
Open.
in ambiguity.
I'm guessing like they'll probably build on more onto this ending for the remake, like add on more to it.
Yeah, probably.
So I'm pretty sure a lot of people know this ending now.
I should probably say the intro of Dirge of Cerberus will explain why Vincent and Yuffie aren't here in this ending. For the time, it was because they were optional, and Square apparently didn't prepare the special ending that included even them. So they're not including the ending at all. However, Dirge of Cerberus tries to go around that and explains what they were doing in the meantime. So that's a nice touch. Okay, so should probably final thoughts for everyone.
Can I go first?
Go first.
Okay, I can't really speak for gameplay because I haven't played it. I'll wait for the remake for that one. But in terms of story, while I don't think it's the best I've seen in a game, it's still pretty good.
I bet you like how it. I bet you like how it spits in the face of some cliches.
Yeah, and yeah. Oh, I'm a term. Anyway.
The name that will later cause Pedro and Tio grief.
Anyway, so yeah, I mean, I like the characters. I mean how despite Yuffie kind of being a bit of a pain at times, I enjoyed voicing her, and I think I gave her the reason why the reason why I made Yuffie sound like Toad is that, well, hey, Toads are kind of a pain in the backside at times, so
They're fine now.
I know. So
Just
why not?
like
they took you to turn them adorable now, so whatever.
Thank you,
Anyway.
Mario. But okay, anyway. Yeah, honestly, well, in terms of a favorite character,
My favorite character is definitely Cloud, because I think he's the overall most complex character.
yeah, honestly, my favorite's Sid, because I like those kind of characters who are very angry, who are angry a lot, and they're always very
Yeah.
He's also
very
not
rowdy.
gameplay-wise, considering he's a dragoon.
yeah,
technically.
always barking orders and shit. And yeah, I mean, but obviously, the only thing is though, if there's anything bad I have to say is what I said. I think it was right at the start. Actually, I like the music itself. The music tracks are all fine. It's just the
Synthesizer, yeah, we know that.
yeah. I know that's all they could do at the time, and I hope the remake makes them sound better.
Oh, definitely, it's gonna be a
They'll have
full-blown
an orchestra
orchestra.
for the remake, I'm pretty sure.
The best combination they could have is have orchestra, but remember to include some rock and roll as well for some of the boss themes, as well as a bit of not exactly synthesizer, but well, actually, yeah, some synthesizer, but a more
And
updated
here's the main theme of
synthesizer.
Final Fantasy itself. Brought to you by this game, well, of course. But another thing that 13 lacked, for shame.
Wow,
Yeah.
13 is like.
Aside
Anyway.
from this one, did any of the other games have this theme?
Yeah, pretty much every one of them up until 10.
Yeah.
11 had,
Motomataya.
12 had in the fucking opening. 13 did not have, 14 has it a lot, and 15, I hope it has.
Ah,
Don't
that's
remember.
glorious.
Considering they brought back the
Snowboard
Victor
section.
Fanfare, I'm guessing they're probably gonna bring the prelude.
And the prelude as well.
Anyway, she.
Oh yeah, the prelude
Lives,
appeared in one of the trailers. Yeah.
Lives, is that all for your final thoughts?
Yeah, pretty much. Again, I can't really. My final thoughts on games are not very big when they're compared to film.
Oh, don't worry. Shiroi?
Like Twibs, I can't speak for the gameplay because I've never played it. I do own it, but I haven't played it yet. And also, RPG.
It's one of the
But-
better ones.
I really like the story. I really like the characters. The music is great. I mean, yes, I would like to hear it in full-blown orchestra, but I do have an appreciation for the... I have the appreciation for what it is, because even though it's synthesized, it came out pretty well.
Oh, there you go, Dibs. There's your
Yeah.
and the synthesizer guy was Masashi Amazu, the 13 composer. There you go. There's your.
How do you like that? How do you like that? How do you like that? I also had some things to say about his sound design in Final Fantasy XIII. What are
There
the
you go,
flipping
Dibs.
chances?
All the answers to your questions have now been answered.
What?
You have
Hilarious in hindsight.
What are the flipping
Pedro,
chances?
responsible for the score in 13-2, the one you said is...
Yeah,
no.
13 too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So-
Which is
What
interesting.
Lightning Returns?
Yeah, but he's also the main composer of Lightning Returns. But Lightning Returns soundtrack is absolutely wonderful. But that's a topic for another time. Let's let Jim
Anyway.
finish.
So who's your favorite character, Shiroi?
I'd say... I'd say Cloud because I like.
You like characters going insane.
Yes, and well, actually, one of my favorite genres in terms of books is psychological.
Oh yeah, I got very psychological Cloud.
There's a lot of that.
Well, honestly, to me, honestly, psychological stuff, not my thing.
So, Dwibs, what's your grade in psychology?
Psychological.
Hey, John,
horror.
QA manager John Williams. John Williams worked in this game.
John Williams. Well, of course it was
Sorry, what were we
great.
asking, Jova?
So, John, I was asking Dwibs, what's your grade in psychology?
I never took psychology.
Come on,
Ding, that's
Sure.
another one.
Are you done, Shiro?
Yes, great game.
Jova, next.
So yeah, John Williams was apparently involved. Okay,
Your
yeah.
final thoughts.
Wonderful story. Speaking as someone who has played this game, granted rather recently, because
500 years later.
oh wait,
Oh
never
yeah,
mind.
good to speak ahead. The cutscene does not have dialogue anyway.
Well, to be fair, I'd like for us to focus on this because actually it's kind of a neat one.
Well,
Oh, by the
everyone
way,
died.
any Lion King jokes will be burned instantly. So shut up.
Till we find our place on the path unwinding.
Uncle Red 13,
In
what
the
happens to all those guys you hanged out with?
You could say they joined in the circle.
Shut up!
The circle.
Come on, Red 13, wake
life.
God damn it, I said shop!
Jova, you don't want me to cover and cup your fingers.
He's moved target.
Oh, you see, Tio, the difference is that my fingers are
And there
Italian
you go,
resistant.
Midgard cover. And by the way, this one here are a reference to the original those that the Final Fantasy series uses. Final Fantasy series uses a lot of these kind of shots of the doves
wait,
flying, of
did-
birds flying in that direction.
Did John Woo work on this game?
John
Thankfully
Williams
not.
apparently did.
John-
Oh, wait.
So wait, so
Oh,
what?
so now we get the title screen.
So yeah,
Roll
Midgard's
credits.
Final Fantasy VII.
beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
It's been a very long
And the
time.
kids
And
laughing.
it drops to the
The children
stars
laughing.
screen. Anyway, Jova, you can say your final thoughts.
So yeah, awesome story. My favorite character in this was Cloud. It was a fun voicing him. Also a great villain. Sephiroth's one of those villains who has a plan, but his plan is surprisingly kind of simple compared to the later villains, after him. Sephiroth comes off as complex, but still with a simple-minded plan, which is sort of a rarity amongst villains these days, and I applaud that. But yeah, the soundtrack is amazing. Despite the chiptune stuff, I still hold it up as one of the greats. I do, of course, look forward to an update in the soundtrack, but let's just hope it actually keeps the overall spirit of a soundtrack, unlike Final Fantasy X did with its remake. But yeah, the gameplay is fun. It's actually not exactly turn-based so much as it's actually ATB, whereas it's sort of time-based, and I like that. It sort of gives you a real-time sort of stuff. It pushes you to think with the time as opposed to, wasting your time just trying to decide what to do, because you need to get your rear into gear with that.
It's been a thing since 4, though, but fine.
I know. I wasn't saying that Final Fantasy VII was the first and only one to do it. I'm just saying I really liked it. Besides, it was the first Final Fantasy game I played.
Go ahead.
But
Anyway.
Awesome story. It was a fun story to voice you. I like how it leaves it open for sequels in a smart way, not one that's gimmicky. And so yeah, wonderfully done, Squaresoft. Wonderfully done. Now, Square Enix, can you live up to Squaresoft? We shall see.
But they're the same company, Jova, technically.
Well, let's just say to him, Square Enix tends to be different in some regards from Squaresoft, but that's another story. Pedro,
Anyway,
you go.
Pedro, your final thoughts.
Well, it's a classic, obviously. I still stand by by what I keep saying, that people who come here who like to get on internet to shout how overrated this game is are just doing it just because the game is popular. Like that's the only reason why.
Unless they
That's how
have
the
legit
internet works.
unless they have
Pedro.
legit reasons.
No, but that's the thing, Dibs. I've never come across anyone who gave me any decent reasons. They always just shout, "Oh, it's overrated. It's just this boring emo gay guy and his memory issues." And who like that's a very wrong and overly simplistic way of looking at the plot of this game.
Cloud grew out of that.
That's a comment by someone who hasn't actually properly played the game.
That's a comment by a very stereotypical.
But yeah, like
internet
everybody
user.
said, yeah, this is obviously a classic, and like I don't think it's the best Final Fantasy game ever made, but there's a good reason why most people think it is because
what is the best one?
for me it's
Six,
six. For me
probably
it's six.
yeah, 6.
For me it's six. My
Personally, I
personal
think
favorite is
7 and
9.
9.
My personal favorite is 9, but 9 has some minor problems that hold it short from perfection. So 6 is definitely the best for me. But yeah, Final Fantasy VII is of course a classic. It has it's still, even to this day, it still has one of the most unique stories I've ever seen in any work of fiction.
It's
I love
amazing.
I love all the characters, and I love the music. I love pretty much everything. The only problem I have is, of course, with the translation. But fortunately, that's not going to be a problem from now on. Aside from that, problems. Aside from the translation, not really. I don't have anything. It's pretty much not to mention, one thing I would like to add is that this is, in my opinion, how you reinvent a series well, because this game completely changed everything in terms of the Final Fantasy series without without sacrificing the core elements that make a Final Fantasy game, which is something
sticking to instead what the roots of a franchise.
Yeah,
It's
which is something
amazing.
that developers don't seem to be able to do most of the time.
It's
Unfortunately.
It's amazing how a story with people looking as chibi-ish as they do has so many heartfelt moments. I mean, like, well, back in the day, you know, especially in
Well,
the
that's not a new
90s.
thing. That's not a new thing for Final Fantasy, though. Final Fantasy's been
Yeah,
doing
Final
this for a
Fantasy
while.
6
Wonder-
is even worse in that regard, Jova.
Well, I'm just talking
That
about.
even characters are more chibi in that game.
Well, I'm talking
Actually,
about.
true, but the sprite animations in that game are so brilliant.
Yeah, I know, no, but compared to dark moments and stuff.
And what I was talking about is like, go back in the 90s of all things, where, well, apparently the Japanese really thought we were into butch stuff. I'm surprised that Square, of all people, actually managed to do a full-fledged story like Final Fantasy VII. And this is in the 90s, you know, where everything was all man stuff. And with people looking as cutesy as they were, serious stuff still went down.
Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah, that's pretty
go
much
ahead,
it. It's a
Deal?
masterpiece. It's pretty much a gaming landmark, a masterpiece. So definitely stands as one of the greatest games ever made, if you ask me. So go ahead, too.
Okay, as I mentioned multiple times, this game has it holds a special place in my heart because it helped me in a lot of things. It kept me company in dark times. It made me discover pretty much games that were not just licensed games for kids. Like, you know, as I mentioned, I had only Disney licensed games. Played up until that point, so Final Fantasy VII was the starting point for me to discover the all the original games, and of course, as I mentioned, it also helped me to a lot of things. It also helped me to learn English because, of course, it was one of my very first experience with English text, and of course. It has its own problems. In time, I grew up to recognize the problems where they were. Sometimes things don't make sense. Sometimes there are horrible typos. Sometimes the gameplay is fault. Sometimes maybe an enemy or a boss is too cheap. But that's just part of the course, I guess, for this game. As I mentioned, well, my favorite characters. Well, pretty much the whole party in general is likable, but as I mentioned, my favorite party member is Kate Sif, but despite the trash he gets from the fan base and the other party members along the game, he's still one of my favorite characters for how it's original, kind of original, and reinvents the whole non-human party member that Red 13 already does a bit, but of course, Casey brings it to a new kind of level, and that's pretty well. The score was fine for me. I didn't have a problem with the chip tune, but I can definitely see why it can annoy some people. However, yeah, I hope it gets it gets a good reorchestration or rock version or whatever they're gonna do for the remake. I can only hope for the better. Same goes for well, pretty much the rest of the game. Because I'm at a point where I'm not sure what to think of Square. Up until some months ago, I thought they were basically unsavable because of all 13 trilogy fiasco and the fact that they almost killed their next MMOs. But then they started showing that they care with 15, that they announced the new Dissidia,
And
then they did
2.0.
some. Huh? What?
And Dusky 2.0.
Yeah, that was just the demo. When they announced the remake, so
and 14, the new
yeah,
one.
yeah, and also 14. Remember, well, I started playing the game itself, and it's really good story-wise and gameplay-wise, despite some people may say. But overall, back to Fantasy VII itself. Yeah, it's a game that has a lot of. Basically, I have a lot of nostalgia love for this game. I don't know if I have to say that it's my favorite of the series because, again, I recognize its flaws and I recognize that other games in the series, like 6, have a better structure and plot of this. But I come to term that basically each Final Fantasy has flaws with something regardless. So basically, my favorite Final Fantasy are basically kind of all equal the same. So basically, this is maybe not the top one, but is highly regarded regardless. And of course, I have personal love for this one, and I get to play it once in a while, of course, in time to time, just for fun. But overall, it has been a fun experience to replaying it for the channel, of course.
Awesome.
Indeed. So yeah, guys, you enjoyed?
Fantasy 7, tune in for we're starting to take on the rest of the compilation, I guess, starting with the Advent Children
Children
compilation.
Which will be a
Wait,
film
wait,
commentary of my pick.
wait. Hold on. Shouldn't we save Advent Children complete for last since that's technically chronologically the or is that there's a service that's chronologically
There's
the
several
end?
River Servers is set 3 years after the original games and 1 year after Advent Children.
Oh, okay.
Don't
In
worry,
that case,
Olaf.
yeah, Advent Children complete.
Yeah, we'll see you for them.
Yeah.
Unless we do Crisis Core first, but whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah. All right, done.